I'm Coach Chanice Smith, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on Sportslifetalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote. Chill.
Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go.
Oh.
Yeah, baby. SLT Nation. Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right. This is season 4, 2024, the year of the Mamba. And KT and I are searching all over the country, and we're finding rising stars, legends, and icons in the game who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. And I'm going to tell you something, living in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, y'all make it super easy to find some of the best, the latest, and the greatest. We are in the Mecca of basketball, and we couldn't do any better job than starting in 2024, the year of the Mamba, with just hits and bangers. So today, without further ado, y'all see her below me. She was a walking bucket at Sam Houston, one of the top scorers of all time in that program, and now she is a legendary fast rising coach of the Colony, and they are doing big things over there. So without any explanation, this lady is the truth. So the Colony, make some noise, one of your very own, Coach Chanice Smith. Coach, how you feeling today?
Oh, man, after that intro, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I'm coming out as a starter.
Hey, you did start Big Tree 4 on the court. We already know. We're going to talk a little bit about you on the court later on. But all y'all that's new, shout out to my boy Bryce Dixon. He over there at the Colony too. I want to send a shout out to my guy first and foremost. He's an SLT alum. Allow me to introduce myself. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the OG, all things Louisiana. Put your L's up. Mr. Yeet is in the building. I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, the other side of the logo, the nature boy, the quiet storm. Woo! Shh. The head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling really great. You called me the nature boy? That's a huge accomplishment, man. I appreciate that. I got to get my woo in. It's not good as Ric Flair's, but B. Jones, I'm excited, man. It took us a while to get Coach Smith on the show. It took a little seasoning from another coach, but she's here, man. Let's turn up. Let's go.
And we're gonna send that. We're gonna make sure we shout that other coach name loud and proud, because it's gonna intertwine in that story today. But all right, Coach Smith, we met her in real life. And she looked at her, she was like, yeah, I could coach. I could do a little bit of something. So we gonna test it today. We're gonna test it today and see what she about. But Coach, we gotta get you to take your right hand. All right, reach over your shoulder, Coach. We need you to grab that strap, pull it down, and buckle up. Let's turn it up. Turn up the volume. Turn up the noise. We're about to go to work. All right, the Colony. This is your moment to truth. This is your moment to make an impact on this show and take us to a whole another level. We need you to do the big three. That's right, the podcast Trinity. On the count of 3, I'm gonna make a lot of noise. We need you to first smash that subscribe button, become a part of our family. Number 2, we need you to hit that like button as many times as the system will allow you to hit it, so this show will just bubble all the way up to the top. And number 3, last but not least, sharing is caring. We got something special for you. So think of 5 people that mean a lot to you. That's right. I want you to think of some important people. And I want you to send this show to them right now. And I don't care, students. I don't care if y'all in class right now. Y'all do what y'all got to do so we can blow this thing up. All right, Coach Smith. Is TC going to rock with us? Is the Colony going to hold us down?
We rocking. We here.
All right, here we go. Let's do it like we true to it. Make some noise for the boys. 1, 2, 3. Boo!
Let's go.
Boo! Yeah, stand on it. All right, here we go. Thank y'all so much. If you did any of those 3, KT and I, we call you family around here. That's right. Sports Life Talk. We don't do fans. We don't do followers. We only do family. So throw us a fire emoji in the chat if you did any of those 3, just so we can reach out to them. What we gonna tell them, KT?
Thank you.
That's right. Thank you. All right, Coach. You sat there grinning, skinning, and grinning the whole time like you knew what was coming. So now it's that time, Coach. Here we go. Are you ready for the Sports Life Talk Initiation?
I'm ready.
All right, Coach. To initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
All right. I think I'm going to go with Usher, Chris Brown, Prince. Gotta throw in Pop Smoke. And I gotta say gospel artists, because I can't pick one. So any kind of gospel, throwback gospel, I'm rocking with it. That's what I want.
No, we love gospel, but we can't let you get away with it. You got to pick one.
You can say Fred Hammond, Donnie McClurkin.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to go with OG. I'm just gonna have to go with Kirk Franklin.
I was about to say Kirk.
And just take him. Don't just throw him in that number 1 spot.
TC, are you with me? Oh yeah.
The church ain't going nowhere. That's what I'm talking about. All right, Coach. So we like to rank everybody's top 5, and the highest you can get is 5.
Okay.
B. Jones, I feel like giving her 10. It's just not enough, man.
Not even close, man. I'm loving this one.
So she's the 15th all-time scorer. I don't even think 15 is enough, B. Jones.
Ooh, we gonna burn through the budget early this year.
Yeah, you know, I can't go as high as Coach Branch.
Okay.
But I can get kind of close, B. Jones. Let's give her 20. Let's give her 20 for a top 5. And Coach Branch, if you're watching, I got something in the form of an apple coming your way. So just be on the lookout. All right. So who is your favorite superhero and why?
I think I'm gonna have to go with Black Panther. Just loving the storyline. Yeah. Definitely rocking with it. Just the support and the love that is shown throughout that movie. Definitely got to pick that one as number 1.
All right, T'Challa. So the reason we asked that question because we see coaches as a superhero, and you know, a superhero, you need your own theme song. So what would your theme song be?
Golly, there's so many. I'm gonna have to pick Pop Smoke, Welcome to the Party. You know, I love the beat of that song. It's just something
Pop Smoke. Hey, Pop Smoke got that. I hate we lost Pop Smoke, man. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's what happens, man, when this younger crowd, this jealousy. You know what I'm saying? We just can't. Yeah, that's a whole nother subject. I'm gonna keep that to myself.
Yeah.
All right, so this question here is kind of personal to B. Jones and I because I want to be a singer and he wants to be a dancer. So we need for you to break the tie on this episode. Would you rather be a singer or a dancer?
I think I'd rather be a singer because I can make it in the dancing world. I can't sing. I can't.
Are you quiet as kept? Are you low key trying to tell us you got some steps? You be stepping, Coach Smith?
I don't have no choreography or anything like that. I can hold my own with it, but I can't sing.
Okay. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted.
Hey, I got all the kids to teach me the new moves. So
that's what I'm about to say. I'm gonna need some of y'all basketball players to show up in the comments and tell us, can Coach Smith dance? Tell us if she can cut a rug.
Of course, they're gonna be hating. So it's
that's what they do. What is something that basketball has taught you that you can use when you're not on the court?
I think my biggest has been relationships, like building relationships with my teammates, with my coaching staff, as well as, just with teachers in general, that networking skill. So that's been really big, as in college as well as now, is building relationships because I use it now as a coach.
Do you think that Chanice the Hooper could play for Coach Smith, the head coach?
I think she could. Just based off of, I am the person that I wanted to be, I'm the person that my assistant coaches were for me. That was my biggest thing of becoming a head coach. The hardest part for me to become a head coach, because a lot of my assistant coaches were big pieces of my life, and I wanted that to be for somebody else now. And so now I'm kind of tuning that into my own head coaching style as being that assistant, having that mentality of my kids could still come to me even though I'm the bad cop in the head coaching spot. So being able to build that relationship as my assistant coaches had with me.
Coach, we listen very carefully on this show, so you already know I'm putting in my little mental bait, the bad cop. You're gonna have to answer for that bad cop later on, Coach. So just
no worries.
All right.
So B and I, we're going to produce a movie that's centered around you. The one thing we're missing is a lead actress. Who should we get to play you in the story of your life?
Sanaya Lathan, of course. Love and basketball. That's number one. That's my pick.
I was thinking a young Shaka Khan, but I couldn't. I can't get a young Shaka Khan to do it. So what you got, KT?
Mary J. Blige. That's who I had.
Oh, I like that. I like Straight Out of Power.
That's the one. That's
with the pop smoke in the
Monet. Monet.
Monet.
I think the name is Monet. Yeah, that's what I was thinking the whole time. All right, Coach. So B. Jones and I, we have another series now that we've been doing. It's called the Educator Series. Okay. So we want to know, who is your favorite teacher coming up? It can be from college, elementary, middle school, high school, and why?
She wasn't my teacher, but she was my coach, Lisa Branch. You had her. She was a role model for me. She helped me in so many different ways, teaching me not only the game of basketball, but how to operate, get into college, how to operate now as a coach. I was an assistant coach for her. And she even walked me through the steps of becoming a head coach. So I got to shout her out because, man, that's been my role model since, 2009.
In all fairness, though, a coach is a teacher, though. I mean,
we are.
They are teachers, yeah.
She wasn't in the classroom, though. She had the easy job.
Hey, she taught you the school of hard knocks. That hardwood classroom on the hardwood, okay?
No, we'll give Coach Branch saying this is a nomination episode because she is the reason why Coach Smith is on. Even though we did all the hard work already, Coach Branch, you just have to, like I said, that seasoning.
Yeah, she did.
Right. Coach, so this is probably the most important question of the initiation, well, for B. Jones and I. When we come out there to the colony to watch you play, we got to eat. So what's that one food spot you're going to recommend, and what's your go-to meal there?
I feel like I would recommend Angelina's. It's a Mexican food spot. It's got good food. I would get the chimichanga. That's one of my favorites. And a few other stuff that I probably can't mention, but
hey, I love chimichangas though. So and me and KT, we kind of started off doing Mexican everywhere we went. I mean, it was like no matter where we went, whatever game, no matter what city we was eating Mexican. Yeah. But we said we got to get the people to start telling us some spot. But I like Angelina's. I've never been there, so Angelina, y'all better do it because we gonna have the camera crew out and everything. When we come sit down, we eating some chimichangas.
Yeah, B. Jones, the Mexican restaurants, that's when it was all of us from the Sportslifetalk. That was more all of us. But Angelina's, that's the second time somebody's recommended that.
Really?
The coach from Louisville. Goodness.
Okay. Coach, I know you're talking about.
He recommended that. So, really
all right, we might check it out.
Trying to tell you.
It's on you, B. Jones. All right, so get ready to shoot the breeze with a true champion of the hardwood. Our next guest has not only perfected the art of the crossover, but also mastered the science of turning a group of players into a well-oiled basketball machine. With the playbook as innovative as it is effective, she's taken the colony to soaring heights and redefined the game. So grab your virtual tickets courtside as we welcome the extraordinary head coach, Chanice Smith, for a slam dunk discussion on our podcast stage. So B. Jones, go ahead and take it away, brother.
Coach Smith, welcome to the show. Welcome to the family. We super excited about having you on the show. It's really a privilege because KT and I, we worked real hard in 2023. We kind of, we said we taking it out to the streets, and the streets just showed us so much love. And, we got the opportunity to meet people like yourself in different showcases and different forums. So for this moment to have you on the show and for us to really get to break it down, your career, learn about you, it's just an eye-awakening moment for myself. So thank you so so much for doing this and gracing us with your presence. But let's take this thing back to the beginning, Coach, because I told y'all earlier, this young lady below us could go on the court. You know, sometimes we talk to some people, they played back in the Pete Mavericks days, the days where they were dribbling the ball one hand. But no, you freshly did this back in 2012, 2013. So you're not too far removed for it. So let's go back to the beginning, though, Coach. Mansfield had to be jumping. You tell us about how you started playing basketball and what made you fall in love with the game.
Man, I started playing when I was about 6, out in Corpus Christi, Texas, actually. That's where I was born, kind of grew up. I was raised in Mansfield. I fell in love with the game probably around that when you first get on that first AAU team and you're traveling and doing all that. We used to travel to the Metroplex all the time to play basketball, and that was the highlight. Kind of growing up, and that changed. I knew that I had the love for the game and wanted to play in college someday. So take my talents to Mansfield Timberview, where we actually made it to state my senior year. We lost state, and they came back and won it the year after. So, we were always pegged as that, that team that paved the way. And I'm like, no, I wanted to win it. I wanted to win. But I ended up winning a Southland Conference championship at Sam Houston State. So I got it back. So it's been a great journey and a great ride. And I get to share it with the kids that I have now.
So take us to Sam Houston. I think it's something special about kids who stay home. Don't get me wrong. If you got the opportunity to go all across the country in this game or take you all across the world, take that opportunity. But for some odd reason, when I hear about kids staying in the state of Texas and keep hooping, it's something special about it. But what made you decide to stay home and go to Sam Houston State?
I didn't want to go far. I didn't want to go far. My parents were at pretty much every game, so I didn't want to take away that opportunity from them as well. And then trust me, every weekend I was hitting that road home if I could. So it was far enough, but still close that I could have my parents in the stands watching me and enjoying the moment and the journey with me.
I normally don't dig too far off into the college, but you went to Sam Houston and you was busting heads. I mean, I'm talking about you went ham. You went nuclear on them. I got to ask you, how did you perform so excellent? I mean, what happened? What happened in your game? What gave you the confidence to go out there and just get bucket after bucket and lead? I mean, top 15, I think now you're still in the top 20 as I did my research, but you were 15th of all time scorer when you left the school. I mean, how did that transformation happen?
I think the coaching staff that surrounds you. At Timberview, it already paved the way because I was at a top school at that time. Already knew what it took to be a top school. I got to spread my wings a little more when I got to college because Timberview, it was full of talent. I mean, different kids were going to Kansas, Kansas State. Kentucky. It was full of, top talent. So it already prepared me. I already had the motivation to go in. I was going in as a new person, new me, what can I do to shake things up? And it was definitely motivation because that Sam Houston team, I think in the 3 years before us, they won all of maybe 10 games in those 3 years. So it was like, okay, I'm not coming in here just to have fun. Like I want to win. I want to do good. So every year we just started building team chemistry. We had one of the best coaching staff probably at Sam. And I don't know, it just took off. I had the support of my assistant coaches and my head coach to kind of do what I needed to do. They had me in the gym. That was a big part too, taking advantage of having the opportunity that the gym was down the street. You just walk to the gym, hey coach, I'm here, turn the lights on and let's get to work. So that definitely, spit some fire in me to get pumped up.
Now your career came to an end, of course, and you had to make a decision. What made you decide to keep basketball the main thing in your life, and why did you become a coach? What triggered you in your mind to say, hey, you know, I want to give back and continue the sounds of the sneakers on the court, the smells of the sweaty jerseys in the locker rooms, the bus rides. I mean, the whole grind that it takes for basketball, because it ain't just the 40 minutes on the court. I mean, this thing is a full circle. It's a full-time job. What made you decide to become a coach?
Man, let me tell you, I didn't want to. I did not want to at all. I went to school for engineering. I got to physics and I was like, nah, I'm not doing this. So I was trying to find everything around me that was not tied to teaching or coaching. I got my business degree and I was not trying to do it. And my assistant coach, one of my assistant coach, who's still a good friend and mentor to me now, she sat me down and said, you need to go coach. You have it in you. You're that type of player. You're that type of teammate. Like, you have to go coach. And I was pushing and shoving. I'm telling you, I did every kind of job you could think of, every kind of internship to get me out of there. And I couldn't get away from it. Could not get away. So I credit it to Leslie Reinecker for putting her foot down and making me go get a job. So my two of my assistants became head coaches after that, and they both offered me a graduate assistant position. But then I had the opportunity to go to Cedar Hill to coach, and I took that job, and here I am 10 years later.
So let's go back 4 years though, because 4 years the world was a pretty crazy place 4 years ago.
Yes,
for those of you who remember what 4 years ago was, we was right on the precipice at the dawn of COVID, but something else was cooking in your life. You were given that opportunity to become a head coach for the first time in your career. So looking back at 2014, when you finally decided to become a coach, and now all of a sudden it's 2020, you getting that offer to become a head coach. Was it surreal? What was going on through your mind when you was like, okay, it's all on me now?
Again, I didn't want it. It took me what, 5 years to, again, another assistant coach, well, now head coach Lisa Branch. It took her to kick me out of the nest in order to make that jump. Because I'm telling you, I was fine being a varsity assistant at Hebrew High School. I knew where we were going. I'm good. Like, I don't need to go anywhere. It took her to kick me out. And so I actually interviewed with Miller 2 years prior to COVID. I ended up not getting it because I didn't pass the sped test or whatever. It was God closing the door because I was not ready.
Right.
And I spent that year, of course, learning from Branch. I was learning from her the whole time I was there, but I was just like, hey, okay, I think I'm ready. Like, teach me everything I need to know to be the head coach. And so that's what I did. I spent that last year kind of soaking up everything that I could. She put me in charge of, some of the practices, different things like that. Just kind of helped me feel comfortable. Funny thing, I actually had to coach our very last game that year because she had bronchitis, which we think now she might have been COVID. Yeah, our whole team was going through it. And so I ended up having to coach our playoff game against Denton Geyer. And I was, oh my God, that was the most scariest moment of my life. I think I cried all the way to work because I was like, this is in my hands. Like, we went in, I think as the 4th seed that year, and Denton Geyer was the number 1. So, and obviously that did not go the way we planned, but I did it. I made it through. And I think that was kind of like the final, like, I can do this moment. And so Miller came calling again, and I jumped for it. And yeah, during COVID, so I didn't know what all it was going to look like. So it kind of eased me into it because I didn't have any classes. All kids were virtual. So that was different. So,
oh man, we could probably spend another 10, 15 minutes just talking about that. Like first time head coach in COVID, they got all, you don't even get to see kids in the hallways, but that had to be absolutely nuts. So you learn from the school of Lisa Branch, but you was a bucket getter. So you was a star player. Let's just be honest. You had a little cachet behind you. So how do you transition all of this into a coaching style is my question. How did you define yourself and create your coaching identity amongst all of this success you've had on the court, as well as being around such a successful program and a mentor like Lisa Branch? What kind of coach are you, Coach?
Defense. That's what I pride my group on. That's what I learned back at Timberview. We were a pressing team, we were a running team, we were, all of that. So defense was my biggest thing. We could find a way to score a basket. Okay, but if you can't play defense, then how are we turning this game into a win? So defense is number one for me, and then also, like I said, having the team chemistry. That's been one of my biggest things. Like, and so much goes into team chemistry. Being able to hold each other accountable, being able to know your teammates in and out. That's just kind of who I was as a player. I already knew that. I knew who I needed to snatch up as a captain. I knew who I needed to give maybe a little hug and a little talking to. But that was me. That's who I was as a player. And so now I'm trying to teach that and instill that in my kids now, because they have to do it. You have to have that person on our team.
Now, Coach, if I had the opportunity to poll your kids, which I hope y'all make sure y'all keep it real in the comments, how they gonna describe Coach Smith? Because I vividly remember about 15 minutes ago you saying that you had to play bad cop. So I didn't forget about bad cop, Coach. So how these kids gonna describe Coach Smith?
Emotional. they probably pin me as emotional. I'm very passionate about what I do, and it shows in good moments and in bad moments. Being that disciplinarian, I have to hold them accountable, and I hate that part of the job, but we have to do it. We have to keep them accountable as the head coach of our program. But yeah, I definitely think they would say I was emotional, but in a good way, because I care for them big time.
Hey, emotional payoff though, because you get that and one. That'll turn them.
Hey, I'm celebrating. Yeah, I'm the first one to celebrate.
Yeah, I love that. Now, Coach, you got to give us a secret sauce. Now, y'all had a really good year last year, especially coming from a program that hasn't, particularly been known for dominant performances and incredible seasons. You strung together a pretty impressive resume last year with 18 wins. You got noticed and recognized by local papers and all. I was like, wow, they really showing some love to Coach Smith. So, Coach, what happened last year? What did you do to flip that switch?
Relationships and showing emotion. I'm telling you, that's all these kids need. They just need somebody who they know that's gonna care for them. They knew I cared about them. They knew I was their biggest cheerleader, but I'm also going to hold you to their expectation at the same time. I just loved on them. Like that's really all they needed, to be honest, because the group I had last year were never the main players. When they were growing up at TC, it was Tamia Jones and Joel Spear. So they never had that identity for them. So it was kind of growing them into who they were, but as seniors. So that was tough. I wish I would have, been able to have them one more year just to really see where they would have peaked at. But it's good to see them in college basketball now, to kind of see them still growing and still doing the game that they love. But just loving on them. That was the secret sauce, was just giving them a lot of love and attention. Oh God, crave attention.
You just talked about Jewel Spill. Jewel Spill from the Dallas-Fort Worth area?
The Colony, baby.
She went to Wake Forest and now she at Tennessee, right?
Tennessee. Mm-hmm. Graduated TCU.
Hey, she say she coming on the show, huh? Jewel say she coming on the show. So we're going to see if I'm about to push a little harder now. We got to make.
No, Pete B. Jones. We got somebody there in our corner now.
Yeah.
That's the who's next. Now I'm going to say, oh, yeah, I got to text her. Yeah, her and Tamia were the big two.
She was about to come on, and then all of a sudden she was like, I just made Team USA, y'all. So I'm like, we were like, Jewel, go do your thing. Go do your thing. That's crazy that Jewel's stuff from Dallas Fort Worth, though. I didn't know that.
She comes back. She shows a lot of love to our program, to our young kids. She always comes back and supports us. So, and her brother's at TC. So, yeah.
All right. Well, I got to ask you a question, Coach, and this is probably going to be a little uncomfortable. I know it's uncomfortable for me because Kevin and I, we've been in a lot of gyms. We've been in a lot of AAU tournaments and stuff like that. And one thing Kevin has picked up on that he's kind of tainted me with is these parents on the sidelines. Coach, I got to ask you, how do you manage that? Having everybody in the gym wanting to coach your kids, but yet you got to maintain that one voice, the one that they can hear, and you're the only person held accountable for the win or the loss in that gym is you. But everybody got an idea and telling their kids what to do: block out, run this, open up, pass, shoot it. It kills me. I'm like, why don't y'all just let the kids play and let the coaches coach? Because I mean, you can't even sit there and watch a game without the gallery trying to coach everybody on the court. So how do you, as a head coach and a newer head coach, how do you handle that, all of that outside noise?
I have been blessed with a great parent. My parents are awesome. They allow me to do what I need to do. Yes, they're screaming, but half the time they're screaming because they got my back. So they're usually yelling, probably yelling at the referees a little too much, but we're working on it. But no, I think they trust in what I'm putting out for our program. They know that, again, I have the relationship with their kids, so they're understanding that, I'm going to do what's right by them. And so that kind of lets them sit back in their seats. And again, you got to say that at the parent meeting. You got to let them know right off the bat at the parent meeting that, hey, we're not. I got this. But I also understand too, because trust and believe, my mom was the one out there yelling. And then all it took was my dad's. He didn't even have to call my name. He just starts saying something. And I'm like, okay, like I hear you. I hear you, Dad. I hear you. It's a packed house, but I hear your voice and I hear you. Okay, I got it. So I don't ever, it's hard to kind of tell a parent to stop parenting. That's what they're doing. But I don't need you telling your daughter to shoot when she don't need to be shooting. So they know that. they do know that. So if you yelling at your daughter to pick it up, well then shoot, yes, she needs to pick it up. If you're noticing it, then I notice. So never telling a parent not to parent, but just leave the coaching. Let me have the coaching, because again, they don't want to hear the negative from me and you.
Right.
You handle that, and then you be the positive person.
You be the good cop. You gonna be the bad cop. Let the y'all be the good cop.
There you go, right there. There you go.
All right, here we go, Coach. You ready to have some fun with us?
I'm ready.
Let's go. Coach Chanice Smith, welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show with KT and I. We do a little bit of one-on-one, and you are now officially calling all the shots. So I know you did the singing and dancing thing earlier today, but have you ever really played the game Would You Rather before?
I haven't, but I saw it. I'm ready.
All right, so you already know what's about to happen. We're about to give you 3 complex scenarios apiece, and you'll select which one of these options or scenarios resonate the most with you, mean the most to you. Whichever one you select, whichever host you select, that host gets a point. The first host to get 2 points, or the best out of 3 will win this game or this round of championship rounds. Kevin, I hope we're doing the same one that we have for Coach Branch. Since she saw this, I want to be able to calibrate her answers versus Coach Branch's answers. But Kevin, you are the defending champion, man. Let's go. Let's kick it off.
Would you rather coach a player that will say needed guidance because no one gave them a chance? They make it to the Basketball Hall of Fame, and then their speech tells you they wouldn't be there without the love of Coach Smith. Or
would you rather get the head coaching job of your dreams? I'm talking about any school, any team in the country. And not only are you going to land this job, but you're going to have an illustrious career in which you retire as a Hall of Fame coach of that program.
Now, B. Jones, I already told you I didn't even want to do this job. I had to go with the guidance of an athlete. I don't even have any school to be at.
Man, I gotta call the Los Angeles Sparks and tell her, man, she turned down the job, man. God, dog, that's cold blooded, man. All right. I knew you was gonna put them kids first, though. That's cold. All right, let's go, KT.
All right, would you rather host your own traveling food show, exploring delicious dishes from around the world for ESPNW, where you get to interview other high school and college coaches and pick their brains while eating at some of the best restaurants in the world, or
would you rather have a Netflix documentary filmed right there at the Colony, narrated by Kirk Franklin himself, and we gonna tell the story of the TC? We gonna tell the Cougar story. We gonna tell it from beginning to end. We gonna be at practice. We gonna be in the locker room, in the classroom, the weight room, the medical room. We gonna tell the whole story of how this thing was put together brick by brick, Coach.
Yeah, you already know I'm rocking with Netflix. Last chance, I'm definitely rocking with it.
Yeah!
You wasn't necessary for Kirk Franklin. He's trying to throw them in. Guys probably they gonna be there too.
I didn't need them.
TC, are you with me? All right, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, Coach. For the final round, we take it away from the options and we take it to the sneaker game. You already know this. You already know this because you already seen this before. So for the last round, KT and I are huge sneakerheads. As a matter of fact, we go live every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Part of that show, I drop a pair of sneakers that I think everybody need to go out there and cop. Well, we make fun of it, whatever. But it's, we talk pop culture, entertainment, sneakers, the whole nine. So before the show, we decided to pick a pair of shoes out of our collection that we thought you would like, that would resonate with you, Coach, and mean the most to you. So, on the count of 3, we're going to need you to say the Sportslifetalk favorite words. Hold that sneaker. And when you say it, we're going to show you the sneakers that we brought that we thought represented you, Coach Smith. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hold that sneaker.
I knew you was going to go there, so I got to try to throw off a game a little bit. I had to go with something different, Coach. I got the gold color off of the TC uniforms with the black check. You know what I'm saying? I know, I had to bring them. I can throw the black laces in if you want me to.
I saw KT with these last week, and I said, Branch is tripping. I'm going with KT Smith.
Yeah, these go hard, don't they?
Oh, come on.
I see where you were going.
Coach Branch had it right. Coach Branch had it right.
The one time, Coach, I never talk bad about Coach Branch, but she was definitely wrong on that.
Oh.
Hit my music, hey! Woo! Coach, thank you so much. Thanks to you, I can say these two words, B. Jones. And still, you know what? When I come to the game, I'm throwing those on, B. Jones. That's what I'm wearing to the game. You gonna wear those? Those loser shoes? You gonna wear those?
Yeah, I'm wearing these. And I need all the student. I need student body to show up for me. I need the girls basketball team to tell her these are the rookie of the year J1s. This is a $600 pair of sneakers, Coach.
Well,
okay, I'm sorry, B. Jones. I'm sorry.
I apologize. You made the right decision.
I brought out the heat. I brought something out of the personal club. I brought out some of the top dollar shoes.
I thought you were going to do like last time and bring out the orange and blue from the Bearcats or something.
You know what? I thought about doing it. I thought about doing that. I said, but you know what? You wearing a different color now. I want to show TC some love anyway.
But B. Jones, the fact that she remembered these from Coach Branch's show. Oh, I made the right choice. I had something right here. I'd have lost with those for sure.
When you were slowly pulling them up, I was like, good. I'm glad he brought them back.
It means that you use the same shoes over and over again every show.
I was trying to be consistent. I was trying to be consistent with Coach Branch and her show.
All right, here we go. Let's get y'all up out of here. Thank y'all for being patient with us. We having a good time. But, Coach, you already know what time it is. We talked about the past. We talked about how you reluctantly became a head coach, and now you're setting the streets on fire with your good coaching and your bad cop attitude and defense first mind. But, Coach, the title of the show, Sports Life Talks, you got next. What's up next for Coach Chanice Smith?
Man, just trying to follow up on last year's record. You know, we were district champs last year, made it to the playoffs. I got my first win as a head coach in the playoffs. So I definitely want to, you know, groom these young ladies that we have now into turning into a powerhouse. They're young in experience and in age. And that's kind of what's next. Just living in the moment, living in this journey with the kids I have each year. So that's what's up next for me.
I like that.
All right, so do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, of course. Shout out to my parents, my family. Shout out to every coach that's ever walked in front of me, that's ever led me to the path that I'm at now. Even though I was reluctant, I'm here, and they paved a good path for me, and they're still my mentors to this day. So also shout out to my TC coaching staff. That's my family. So second family, my work family. So definitely rocking with them till the wheels fall off.
So this is the part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story, and I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who you calling out?
Trey Thomas. Trey Thomas.
Yeah.
I'm calling her out. She been hiding.
Coach Thomas, it is your time. You already know what you gotta do. Season 4 is gonna be cracking. We got this thing, and we can't do it without you, Coach. So we on that. We down on bending knees. Come on, Coach. Come on, do this show. Come on, we need you. Your ticket just got punched. We'll be reaching out to you shortly. But Coach Chanice Smith, you got next. You a rock star, Coach. You an icon. You a trailblazer. Love your energy. Love your vibe. You are extraordinary and elite. You deserve a yeet.
I appreciate it.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next. We appreciate all the love and support. We told y'all that we're going to be the hardest working podcast in the game. Kevin, I have people calling me. They be like, how many shows y'all doing a week? Well, guess what? We're going to do as many as it take. We're going to do as many as it take for you to find your person that you like and to find your entertainment. So if you want to help the show out, this is your time. You could do so by doing 3 small, quick things. You already know what that is. Smash the subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this episode to as many people as you possibly can. And I'm gonna add one more on there. Go to our social medias. We just about everywhere. So if you're using whatever platform that you prefer to use, whether that's IG, Twitter, TikTok, whatever, make sure you tap in with us, lock in with us, even slide in our DMs. We don't care. We talk to everybody, and we drop content every single day. If you want to be on the show, guess what? We can't find everybody. We're only a 2-man operation, but we know there's thousands and thousands of stories that need to be told. Go to our website, SLTYouGotNext.com. Click on the nominate tab. Tell us who you are, a little bit about yourself, and why you feel like you got next. And we are going to give you an audition to be on the show. If you watch this on YouTube, we thank you so much. But don't forget, you can take You Got Next on the go anywhere that podcasts will play. Whether that's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you can listen to the smooth velvet tones of the Mouth of the South and the Nature Boy, KT. Whether you're cooking, whether you're doing your homework, whether you're working out on your ride, You Got Next is there for you on your journey or your daily walk for some inspiration. All right, KT. You won again with the ugly shoes. It's all good, man.
They're not ugly, B. Jones.
They are idiots. They are idiots. I don't know. I can't wait to see you in real life, Coach. I'm a crack. We're gonna have a crack. No, I'm just gonna hug on your love on you, Coach. All right, KT, let's go, man.
Coach, thank you so much for rocking with us. Whatever you need from us, please let us know, and we got your back.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
She wanna roll with the woo. That ain't life for the party, is it? How welcome to the party? I don't know.
Welcome to the party. That's it. I just need the beat. The beat at the beginning. That's what it's about.
They get you going. They get you rolling. Hey, Sports Life Talk Nation, we love y'all. Stay safe. Be blessed. Respect each other and love one another, because together we are better. And keep dreaming big, because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet!
What's crazy is I knew you had next, cause you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag cause you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking sports life, talking this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sports life, talking this.